What's up guys, Chemistry here back in the video. Today's video is what if MK was in World Tour, so let's go on to the teams. So on the poll, MK, 80% you guys said MK should be on Team Amazon. So back to the theory. So Cody gets put on Team Chris, and then this is interesting because we've never had another villain. Like MK is she is a villain, she worked with Julia. And Duncan will quit no matter what. So episode 2 then. I feel like Heather would actually try to work with MK. And MK is going to know that Courtney and Gwen are going to be quite threatening as a pair, because they're like friends. And MK and Heather. Because MK would just fly under the radar, so I feel like she would actually do the challenge and help with the camel. But Zeke still loses the stick. Episode 3, Counterfeiting and Mother. So Heather would be arguing. Sierra and Cody wouldn't swap teams. So Heather, Courtney and Gwen would argue with different ideas. But MK is pretty smart. So it would just be MK and Izzy doing the challenge. But I don't think they could match Cody's level of enthusiasm with the actual challenge. I think the Team Amazon lose the challenge. And Heather and Courtney, MK, vote for Courtney. Courtney and Gwen vote for Heather. So Izzy would be the swing vote. So MK would have to convince Izzy into voting the other two. And I think Heather and MK point out to Izzy that Courtney is very bossy and a perfectionist attitude, and even though Heather's not very likable, Heather's her only friend, and she at least tried in the challenge. We have to stick together, and we have majority. And I think MK would still sabotage confessionals, like she does in season 1, and would tell Izzy that, make a deal with Izzy or something. And I think MK could actually get Izzy on her side, just about. So they're both trying to convince them, and I think after a very close, shocking reveal, Courtney is eliminated. As Izzy would agree with MK and Heather that she is the biggest threat. Episode 4, the Yukon. So Alejandra flirts at Bridget and gets her stuck to a pole. Gwen's very concerned that she's the bottom of her team's Izzy pulls. And then Gwen and Izzy decide to stick together now since Courtney's out. And episode 5, non-elimination. Episode 6, Aftermath. 7, Slap Slap Revolution. So Alejandro, Lashana still slaps Heather and seizes the day. So Team Victory will lose. And Lindsay and DJ usually vote for Lashana. So would Harold or would Alejandro get Harold to quit here? So I think he would get Harold to quit. Harold would quit to save Lashana. Episode 8, non-elimination. Be a tiebreaker though. Episode 9, Counterfeiting and Love. So DJ goes off the entire episode, they get mad and vote him off for destroying his team's statue, because there's no tiebreaker this time, because Lindsay and Lashana are a duo. Episode 10, non-elimination. Episode 11, Jamaica. So Izzy jumps out of the plane. That's important. And then going at 17th Infirmary. And then Sierra, Alejandro realizes that team victory are by themselves, so he'd make them lose. And a tiebreaker between Shauna and Lindsay. I think Lindsay goes. So 13. Duncan comes back then. So it doesn't really matter because Team Chris are stacked. So in this universe, I think Chris would put Duncan on Team Amazon because there's too many people on Team Chris. So Noah and Owen would call out Alejandro, and then he gets rid of Shauna. Episode 14. Kiss still happens, but no one really cares. Courtney's not around, so Gwen. And I think I'm going to have Noah volunteer because when we get to the point that Gwen and Duncan volunteers, Kristen actually there was a ball. So I think Noah would just think it's a scavenger hunt. Now, in the end, I don't think Noah could melt off the ball. So I think Gwen still wins that challenge. Tyler and Owen. Heather and Duncan. And I think Duncan and Heather win the funny part. Alejandro shows off because he's very full of himself. And then MK. Cody wins the tiebreaker. Gwen and Duncan vote for Heather. And they vote for Duncan. The tiebreaker's going to happen. Episode 14, non-elimination. Episode 15, The X-Files. So, Owen gets captured in Area 51. Noah's off by himself. Sierra just tries the clone. Alejandro and Tyler get attacked. And I guess now that Duncan's not there, I think Alejandro and Tyler have to try to get the A's off each other's faces. And I think they would. And this voices Owen. Tyler and Alejandro are carrying Owen, and Noah Smart behind the other guys. It's just as a minefield. So I think Team Amazon Chris win the challenge. Heather and MK work together to vote for Gwen. Gwen and Duncan decide to work together to vote for Heather. So in a tiebreaker between Gwen and Heather, so this is the episode earlier, so I don't know what the tiebreaker could be. Because there wasn't a tiebreaker in this original episode, Tyler would have gone home. So I'm going to say the tiebreaker is probably the one in the fire dance in episode 16, and I'm pretty sure Gwen gets eliminated. Episode 16, Canadian Dork. Owen takes her in as Emu. Duncan wouldn't throw the challenge because obviously he's going home if he does. Team Chris lose because Noah would do. He won't Tyler and me someone who beat Taker's along. It's Owen. So Cody votes Sierra, and Alejandro realizes that getting Sierra out would be a good victory because he needs Cody's loyalty to get rid of Noah. So he says to Cody, I'll help you get rid of Sierra, that way you're safe. So you shoot off Sierra. Noah and Owen vote for Alejandro. And Sierra would vote for, I don't know, Noah. It doesn't matter, Sierra's out. So 17. Sweet and sour. I think the Amazon can make a ship. Team Chris could do it. They're not trying to make him. They're trying to make Cody captain because he's the odd one out. And I think Team Amazon would win the challenge. And Alejandro gets Tyler and Cody to vote for Noah. So they Team Blaney would join. It's the merge then. MK made it to merge. So the pairs, Owen and Blaney, Alejandro and Heather, Duncan and MK, which leaves Tyler and Cody. So Cody and Tyler fail. Alejandro throws. Owen doesn't do that well here, and I think MK and Duncan win immunity. Blaney reveals Owen's the fan favourite, they vote him off. episode 20 Chinese fake out. So everyone qualifies for the eating portions. Alejandro's called out for cheating. Cody went the donkey. Blaney's not done that well. Actually, he wouldn't be cheating this time because Courtney's not here. Tyler to Merrick Left hasn't seen the challenge, so he failed. Heather fails. And MK, we've never seen her in an eating challenge, so I think Duncan now wins immunity because he's the closest outside of Sierra and she's not here. So Alejandro's Heather and MK, so they are in the Villains Alliance. So they're in the Villains Alliance, and they could probably get Blaney as well. And episode 17, non-elimination. Episode 18, Blaney joins, and then in episode 19, we have Niagara Brawls. Submerge. So pairs. Blaney and Owen, Alejandro and Heather, Duncan and MK, Noah and MK actually, because they're pretty smart. Duncan and Cody, which leaves actually Blaney doesn't have to compete because she's a new contestant. Owen and Tyler, Duncan and Cody. So Alejandro makes a good point. There's your time I anticipate a major threat at this point. So he falls. MK would think of a similar strategy, so she would fall. Owen and Tyler. And then Duncan and Cody win immunity. And then Owen's revealed as the fan favourite. So I think he gets voted off. Now, I think they probably would have gone for Noah, but they think they still get rid of him because he's quite popular. So episode 20 is Chinese fake out, so everyone qualifies for the eating portion. So Alejandro's Tyler's though. Heather and MK. And Blaney is still cheating, and that's important. Cody won't eat the donkey. Alejandro is out first. Tyler has never seen an eating challenge. Heather was okay. MK wouldn't do that well. Noah's pretty good and ridiculous. And Blaney, she's got out for cheating. So Duncan wins immunity. And they have a decision to make. So they can get Blaney. And then Noah goes to Cody, Tyler, and Duncan to get rid of Alejandro. But they want to get rid of Blaney because she cheated, so he's like, fine, next round we'll go to Alejandro. So they vote for Blaney, and then Alejandro gets Blaney, Heather, and MK to vote for someone easy in a tiebreaker. So they vote for Cody, I think. So Cody and Blaney are actually eliminated. And 21 is African Nice Foes. Alejandro's plan is to trip Duncan while he's not paying attention to Washington or Ezekiel. So he still does this, he trips him up, and they just vote him off. So basically almost villains. Episode 22, Rough After You. So Alejandro races to the top, he dodges the borders, he gets there first. He does get there first, like he does originally. It's not too unfaithful. So Alejandro wins. And they just vote for Noah. There's no way Noah doesn't survive. Alejandro is Tyler's loyalty at this point, and MK is loyal to Heather, they're kind of a duo. And actually, would they vote for Noah? So I feel like Alejandro and Tyler would try to convince Noah, and MK and Heather would try to convince Noah on their side. So Alejandro and Tyler vote for Heather. Which, Heather and Alejandro are immunity because it's chosen, you get to choose who you want to bring to first class. So they vote for MK, and they vote for Tyler. So Noah's the swing vote. Now, it's a bit tricky to figure out who Noah would side with, because these are two villains, and Alejandro is his rival, and he's quite threatening. But if I had to guess, I think Noah would choose to get rid of MK, because of the fact that, number one, there are two villains together, And Tyler is just a follower of Alejandro's. And also Noah is still friends with Tyler. And I imagine Noah could probably try to convince him to eventually flip on Alejandro. Whereas MK is just unpredictable. And although he got on with her in episode 19, I think he would realize she would be the biggest threat. So she votes for MK. Episode 23 is where we have Drumheller. So Alejandro would start strapped by Heather, and then Tyler wins the challenge. So Alejandro and Tyler would vote for Noah, for Heather, and then Heather and Noah vote for Alejandro. So no tiebreak between Alejandro and Heather. I think Heather is eliminated. 24, Aftermath, episode 25, The Race to Hawaii. So Alejandro uses smarts and Noah, and then Tyler double ups all the way to the end. So I'm not sure who would actually win the challenge. And I think the loser would probably be Noah, because he's not as athletic as Alejandro and Tyler. So, Alejandro and Tyler win. So Alejandro picks Heather and MK. Tyler picks Lindsay and Harold, because in Japan him and Harold seem to get on pretty well. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. This did mesmerize it. This is what I've gone. If MK was in World Tour, so she would have came 5th place. And yeah, peace out.